Yes, you will be able to use the original Switch's Joy-Cons on the Nintendo Switch 2. So let's say you have an old Switch lying around, you have a couple of friends that want to play your games on Switch 2 with you. You can actually use one of your old Switch Joy-Cons, hand this to them and say, oh, here, play this on my new Switch 2, which is pretty cool. And we're going to talk about it because Nintendo have actually detailed how to sync your original Joy-Con with Switch 2. Stay back. Or stay tuned, like, subscribe, click the bell icon, because I will be demonstrating this in its own standalone video when the Switch 2 comes out. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of Switch 2 videos and stuff, and how to transfer files over, transfer your system over, as well as how to, you know, connect and sync your Joy-Cons in person. We'll maybe do a live stream, I don't know, but subscribe and like either way. We're going to talk about it and take a look at this article from Nintendo Life. Also check the links down below, by the way, in the description. If you haven't got a Switch 2 pre-order yet, go check out my stock tracking stream on my channel page, link in the description. Also check out the check out the JSOX accessories in the video description as well, and the micro SD cards as well. They should be hovering around here somewhere. But anyways, let's get on to it. So, how to sync the original Nintendo Switch Joy-Con with the Switch 2. When the Switch 2 launches, you can expect to be navigating in a system in a similar way to the original unit. For example, there's a familiar looking home menu. To my disappointment, I wish they changed up the software UI. The eShop has received a slight makeover, but you'll still access it in the same way, and you'll also launch games from the main menu like the previous generation. Along with this, you can also expect to pay your controllers in the same way, where you can click the controller menu, then sync your gamepad of choice with the L and R buttons. Now, in the latest Nintendo Today update, the Japanese forum has reminded fans you can also connect your original Switch Joy-Con to the unit with the following explanation and demonstration. They said you can use the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers with the Switch 2 system. The Joy-Con controllers can connect to the Nintendo Switch 2 system wirelessly. Press and hold the Joy-Con controller sync button to connect to the system for the first time. And here is a video. Here's a look at pairing controllers on the Switch 2. It's possible to connect Joy-Con 1 as shown in the video. By doing so, you can play with Switch 1 games that are incompatible with Joy-Con 2, like Ring Fit Adventure. So certain games are not compatible. Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's a first gen Switch Joy-Con. Sync button. I forgot the sync button exists, honestly. There we go. Oh, it's paired. And you've even got a little icon for the Switch 1 Joy-Con. Look at that. Boom. Unbelievable. There you go. What do you bet somebody's going to make an accessory to where you can like connect your Switch 1 Joy-Con to the actual rail of the Switch 2? Somebody's going to make an accessory, because somebody out there, I'm not saying you, will lose your Switch 2 Joy-Con and you'll be like, oh, I don't have the right Joy-Con for my Switch 2. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to pay like $100 and something for a new set of Switch 2 Joy-Cons. No, I'm going to pay $5 for this accessory off Amazon that lets me connect my Switch 1 Joy-Con to the rail, the magnetic rail on the Switch 2. Mark my words, somebody will make that accessory, and someone's going to have like a little tiny Joy-Con connected to the large Switch 2 tablet part. That's going to make for a bunch of funny memes and videos and posts on Reddit, right? Somebody that's running around with like Switch 1 Joy-Cons on a Switch 2. That would be funny. Keep in mind, while you can connect your old Joy-Con to the new unit, you won't be able to directly charge them as they cannot be attached to the new device, and that's because the little pogo pins on the Switch 2 or on the Switch 2 tablet portion are different. And obviously the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are magnetic, whereas the first ones are not. Hence why I was talking about someone's going to make an accessory to where they will be magnetic at some point. You clip something on, I'm sure it'll happen. You'll need to attach them to the original system or use an accessory such as a Joy-Con charging grip or stand. Overall though, as you can see above, the process is the same. Nintendo's already detailed Switch controllers and accessories that will be compatible with the Switch 2, but in case you missed it, there's a full list on its official website. And apart from Joy-Cons, the original Switch Pro controller should still work. GameCube controller adapter, that should still work as well, which is good. But yeah, these controllers will not work if there's features unique to the Joy-Con 2, such as mouse controls. So there we go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And while we're here on the article, let's see what people have to say. Antimatter says, well, if only when I play 1-2 Switch and everybody 1-2 Switch on Switch 2 machine, since it needs the Switch 1 Joy-Cons to play. I'm so glad they made it possible to play Ring Fit on Switch 2. Sweet, I'll be able to play 4-person Mario Kart World as soon as I turn the system on. Nice. If only we had 4 friends. This is quite good news for Mario Party. House is just wife and I don't necessarily want to spend a lot of upfront for buddies that will only play sparingly. That's true. My Joy-Con had 3 separate issues. Right Joy-Con only recognized when detached. Blah blah. Okay. So basically, how we synced up third-party controllers for over 8 years now. I like the UI sound effects, so do I. And since, well, Nintendo's always been good at that. It's been the little things Nintendo's been good at, right? They're kind of like Apple in that regard, you know, with the sound effects and everything. Primary reason why I'm not buying a Procon 2 at launch, I have so many Joy-Cons, I like the pretty colors that I will just slap a pair under the grip and call it a day. Probably going to use my Dragon Quest ones. So there we go, guys. There we go. The Joy-Con the Switch 1 Joy-Cons will work with the Nintendo Switch 2. Good news. We kind of knew they were going to support them anyway. But hey, it's good to see it confirmed and good to see it demonstrated in a video by Nintendo. So there we go. Love you. I appreciate you. I'm Blaze2K. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Check the links down below for accessories for Switch 2, as well as the micro SD cards, as well as their stock tracking stream. Go check out the description and support. And I love you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing weekend. I'm Blaze2K, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.